Niswing pasakanti kon changsata Meghalaya News 24 channel na rumchakswa ang balsrami isangma ariyan dal ni koburang. All Garo Hills SSS School Teachers Association ba AGH SSATA CB September ni kolgruk school hajalga ni kolgruk ni thariko India ni Prime Minister Government of India Sri Narendra Modi na SSS ki parang ni jabri ni dor maharangko aro jachet ni area rangko matkujani gaman chiko sedwataha. Watch tiyo jana pani de SSS ki parang na Central Oni Fanrang State Education Mission Authority of Meghalaya ba SEMAM muna sokpa jokchum. Andak yung ingon SSS ki parang Meghalaya ni Chief Minister Conrad Sangma aro Education Minister Lakmen Rimboy na chang ni chang memorandum rangko ni petition rangko ba takahacham. Wanda ki Government of India fan ba tangkarang ko watatkin chimo ba Meghalaya Sorkari sa uwa tangkarang ko Education Department na release ka kujainga. Batang gaman somoyo jasanas kang Meghalaya Sorkari SSS ki parang na wamang ni dormaha aro area rangko ngano kene akan manahacham. Andak yung genchimo ba daalo na ba SSS ki parang wamang ni man gani tangkarang kuman kujainga. Daalo SSS ki parang tangka paisarang dongjani asel salantio koros kae janggi tangnablong ngening nekani ko matninga. Unigaman ya obostarang ni gaman na medakiniat pachina AGH SSATA CB ni palong Publicity Secretary Sri Bunbun Bart Armarak India ni Prime Minister na si Wiatani ko dakaha ne koborch tiyo akanangha. September jani kolgruk skuthariko Nehru Yuba Kendra Tura Azadika Amrit Mahotsav Yuba Utsav Hajalgani kolgrukani ko District Auditorium mo manyangha. Aru ya maniaw na former Minister Pabilikit Sangma mongsong paung sokaha. Ya program kong atani magsonganyara chadambirang ko wamang ni changa sapani ko radwani unga. Aru ya programo dengtang khalsusani ko pong atjolaha. JK Young Artist Painting Competition, Young Writer Poem Competition, Mobile Photography Contest, Declamation Contest, our Youth Convention, Yuba Samvat, Painting Competition no, Sagapang Echegapa, Athers Torrent B Marak, Ganipa Alpana Rani Coach, Gatangapa O Chegapa, Latindi Marak. Poem Competition no Chegapa, Sagapa Danchi Bedishil B Marak, Ganipara Yusevia Kamde E Sangma, Arugatangapa O Changchang Ke Marak. Photography contest o chegapa sagapa Armstrong R Marak ganipa o Jeverdo M Marak arugathamgapa o Eldora R Marak. Declamation contest o sagapa ong chegapa Yusevia Kamde E Sangma ganipa dorang de Kamra M Sangma gathamgapa thangseng CH Marak ong Culture competition no sagapa chegapa Pungera Culture Society ong ganipa chegapa Ikfa University ni students arugathamgapa chegapa Done Sal Group ong Youth Convention no chega parangara skangapa chiang Bart M Marak ganipa dorang de Kamru M Sangma gathamgapa Yusevia Kamde S Sangma aro brigapa thangseng CH Marak ong aha. South Garo Hills ajani bakmara samba odonggapa songo BSF rang ni temporary current ko shrungapa wire rang songdongpa manderang na kenbeani kong atinga arwa line rang ko BSF dol rang na meni roksim sakani ko dakchaenga ne songni manderang matnang ikobor na wiataha. Multi-story flat ko rukna adok sorkari skrobar salo Harizan Panchayat Committee ni jako blueprint ko onati kaha. Wandaki wa multi-story building ko Shillong Municipal Board quarter o dongengapa o rikna aganangha. HPC ni manderang baksa Brisiber Salo, Chanchir Mangani Jaman, Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, Team Liu Maulong ni Gere Chak Tam Sot Brigini Nukdang Rangko, SMB Bisof, Cotton Road na Jitpana Tikagaman ko Yataha Nekoborna aganangha.
This copy of the blueprint to the committee and they inform us that immediately the moment they receive this blueprint, they will sit down again among themselves and we will be able to meet again after Puja holiday. So this is the decision that we taken.
Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, Principal Saloge Sotpunga Government Lower Aru Upper Primary School rang na virtually launch ka e unaha. Wa school rang ko skangpa pace Meghalaya School Infrastructure Improvement Program ni ngo upgrade ka e unaha. Yan ge chagani chet upgrade nanggapa school rango ni bakunga. Ge hajal gani rang play government lower primary upper primary school rang nostong ahachim aru wa nostong government school nok rang ko sarkari namdabat na bathari dapna muksonginga ne khoborna akananga ha.
So there are different categories of schools in terms of the work that has to be done. So in basic, the ones that require new buildings, approximately 48 lakhs per building will be sanctioned for that. So there are about close to 200 plus schools that are left. So that would be roughly, you can make the calculations, so 202 close to about 50 lakhs per school. And then the different schools that are in different kind of conditions, some will require 2-3 lakhs, some will require 4-5 lakhs. So those assessments will have to be done. But we are looking at roughly anything between 200 to 300 crores in terms of the funds required to complete all the schools.
Chief Minister Conrad Sangmani Brisibar Salo aganani gitade adoko koila chuani license ko matnablong en matdakapa khamua. Sangma scientific mining ni gaman wiatani ko taken ba wana kham kha arang ko khainga ha aro banga koila chugapa manderang license rang na apply khaman thokchok ni agananga ha. Uni wiatang kuyani kita de sakchi bung awni sakchi chat koila chokapa manderang prospecting license rang ko manjuk aro matam de wamang ni koila chuani plan rang ko ba submit khamanjuk ne khoborna akananga ha.
Process for legal mining in terms of scientific mining, the process is already on. There are a large number of individuals, miners, who have already applied for prospecting license, and they have received it also, almost about 15 or 18 of them. And some of them have also gone ahead and they have submitted their mining plan, which will then get approval from different agencies, and then scientific mining process can also start. So the process is already on, and based of course on the Supreme Court ruling that came out in July 2019, all these steps have been initiated, and let's hope that we will see some of the mining licenses come out earlier than expected. So we are keeping our fingers crossed, but the process is a very complicated process. So we'll wait and watch, but the process is on.
Balsibrini ke sepo adok sorkari hajal sar chatham ski parang ko temporary basis so kamna ra ahachim aru rakuinga. Ge hajal chibri school dongga parangoni ge khola chidok school rangode ski parangan dongja. Uni gemen adok sorkari warang ko namdapatna school rang ko rationalize khae kham khainga ne khoborna akananga ha.
Yeah, so as I said in my speech, it's a long process. There's so many problems that are there in the education sector. So as you correctly said that, we'll solve one problem, then suddenly somebody will come and say, oh, what about that? Then we'll solve that problem also, somebody will say, oh, what about this? So it's a process and we are working towards it, and slowly and steadily we will see things improving. Even in terms of teachers, in the last 4 years, we have appointed 1,300 teachers that were actually on temporary basis. So teachers are being appointed, and as was mentioned, there are 14,000 schools that we have. So about 12,000 of them are LP schools. So out of these 14,000 schools, there are about 36 schools that are not having teachers. So yes, there should be no school that should be without teachers. But there's a complication that developed because we had gone for the appointments and gone for the interview process and other examination processes, but some court cases came up that led to some complications. But those are certain minor cases. We are trying to resolve them, and hopefully we'll be able to have the teachers for all the schools very soon. Number two, there is a strong case of also rationalization which is required in schools. There are a large number of schools which actually have very less students but have large number of teachers, and some schools which have large students but very less teachers. And hence, within the government LP schools, we have to rationalize them and take out some of the teachers from schools which have less students and then give them to schools which have more students. So this kind of process will always be a dynamic in nature. There will never be a situation where it will be always perfect. But to whatever extent possible, the government is taking number of steps which I've already mentioned to ensure that even the issues of teachers is resolved.
AITC Legislator Monsin Ram, MLA HM Sangpliang Aditar Ukija Salrang na Skang Sorkarini, kami ki age lekhai chagaparang na wak bisarang ko swal gapani gaman sirim remani gaman nang chakani ko mesukang ha.
Well, you even I have also seen the newspapers where there are a lot of piglets that have died. There were some piglets that were thrown on the road even after they were distributed in Tenring area by the Deputy Chief Minister. But I must thank the Honorable Minister Sanbor Shulai for distributing piglets in Mausanram constituency. On the 6th of September, 2,400 piglets were distributed on one single day. And till date, I have not received a single report of any deaths of any piglets in my constituency. So yeah, I hope those piglets are all living and they are all not reported as deaths as yet, not a single report. I think I will also subscribe to the fact that perhaps the environment and the climate, the transport that these piglets had to undergo for days altogether, because most of the piglets are being brought from outside the state, all the way from Andhra Pradesh and even maybe further than that. From what I have seen, what the Honorable Chief Minister mentioned, that the deaths must have been caused due to the transportation. It could be, but where Mausanram constituency is concerned, we have not received one single death report.
District Medical and Health Officer NPCDCS is Khasi Hills Shillong Aro Commandant SF 10 Meghalaya World Heart Day Hajalgani Khulbrukani ko SF 10 MPRO Building Golfling Shillong September Khulbruk School o Maniang ha ne khoborna akanang ha. Daal ni khoborang di yarangsan ya khoborang ni gaman nambati ma sinas ko de Meghalaya News 24.com ni ko poray na gatamat gen sakan chiko ni sohanina hothela.